found out that she, at 15 or 16 years old, wasn't a virgin? What would you have done then?
Your childhood ends when you lose your virginity. That's it.
Hello and welcome back, my Glamorators. Well, I got some Glamourade for you, so get your cups, get ready to sip, and get your thirst quenched. Because it looks like T.I. decided to go ahead and speak on the reason, about the comments he made about his daughter's hymen. And honey, his baby mama, Deyjah's mom, also gave her peace about the interview after he spoke his piece, honey. Y'all get ready to get into it.
We have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her height.
Oh. From Gloria Steinem to Planned Parenthood, the backlash was immediate and huge. Founder of the Me Too movement, Tarana Burke, had this to say.
It opens up this can of worms that I don't think that he really was prepared to open up. We're talking about this long tradition of checking the purity of women's bodies. And I think that a lot of men have this idea that being a good father is protecting your daughter's virginity. But it's so problematic in so many ways. It lends itself to this notion that men own their daughters.
Author and professor of sociology at Georgetown University, Michael Eric Dyson shares his opinion.
Being a father, a black father in particular, is not the easiest thing in the world. And a guy like T.I. believed that the predatory behavior of other men who are like you when you were younger, the guys you knew were doing dirt, must be protected against. But let's be honest, T.I. was attempting to exercise control, leverage his authority as a patriarch on his daughter in terms of protecting her. But there's a difference between control and education.
If she got pregnant, people would say, how did you let your daughter get pregnant so early? And it would look like a failing on his part. But the
answer can be pushed forward by having comfortable, convenient discussions.
That's real.
We have to have tough discussions in order to move forward.
Right. And I knew when I heard it, I said, there's a big misunderstanding.
It's a misunderstanding.
And I knew that first
I
and
appreciate
foremost.
you for that.
Oh, I knew that.
And that's
Tim.
why I wouldn't come anywhere to speak about this, because I know most people just use it as a platform for themselves.
And I understood why people misunderstood you.
So sorry Willow couldn't make it.
Well, you know what, Tip? I think you might be happy in the long run.
Right.
Yeah. Do you understand the sensitivity of
No.
it all? Really?
I did not.
Do you understand it now?
Oh, I understand it now. Yes, I do. Absolutely. However, my intentions, I think, have been terribly misconstrued and misconceived.
Right.
Let me go set this record straight. I never said I was in any exam room. That is an assumption.
Right.
That is a falsity.
Got it.
I never said that it was being done present day.
Right.
As an 18-year-old.
She was 15 and 16 years old at the time.
And I never said that her mother wasn't present.
Right.
Her mom was present
They
every
went
time.
together.
Right.
He was just, most fathers don't go, but he was just present.
Right.
Yeah.
And he didn't make the doctor's appointment.
No.
It was already, appointment.
And all of these things, all of this narrative, this false narrative has just been sensationalized.
So at the time, her mother welcomed your presence, and your daughter did too?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was never any objection.
Right.
She did have a problem with me talking about it, however.
Right.
And I understand that. And I'm incredibly apologetic to her for that.
Yeah.
To her.
Yeah.
To you, sweet baby Deyjah. Not to any of these other strangers and any of these weirdos who, just kind of toss lies around for fun.
Yeah.
She understands my intentions, and she knows who I am. She knows who I've always been.
Right.
And I think that allows a certain level of understanding. I mean, it's just the outside, the noise is distracting, is confusing. And
it's hurtful.
It is. It's hurtful and embarrassing.
She was horrified.
Well, I definitely understood why she would be, feel like, it was personal to her.
Right.
Deyjah's our quiet child. She doesn't talk a lot. She doesn't, you have to nudge things out of her.
Right. Because we as women understand how, especially for a young girl, how delicate and what it exposes about her very private,
especially to a father,
intimate life.
I didn't get it. I was oblivious to it. However, I am now sensitive to it for her.
Yeah.
For her. And then all of a sudden, when when the number 2 hit the fan, and I hadn't addressed it, at her request.
Yeah.
I was taking the bullets, and that's not, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm fine in the fire.
Yeah. Right.
I'm fine in the fire.
Right.
There's no problem with that. My daughter said it. Just let it go. Don't say nothing. Just let it go. And I didn't until I had different directives. Okay, go ahead, make it stop.
Right.
Clear it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I would not be here today had I not had those different directives. I'd still be sitting in silence.
Found out how serious it was and how personal it was after he said it, because you know he didn't think about that.
Yeah, and I understood that just because I'm in this house with Will, he be saying the craziest stuff. He don't understand the level. And thank God he has me and he's got Willow. So we educate that joker before he leaves this house. You know what I mean? He's one of those that likes to tell stories and
he's
sometimes goes too far. Willow has gone at her dad several times for very insensitive comments, whether it's around menstruation or around, like, oh, you must be PMS. And she's like,
See,
that right there, we're not going to do that. Right.
I mean, listen, I don't see no problem with that. I don't see no problem. I mean, but
It's just respecting.
I understand that I don't understand. See, where Will at? See, this is the part right here where Will, man, see.
No, every day.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. Protection. The idea that people thought you were trying to control your daughter's virginity versus, no, because that's very different.
I have a question.
Okay, ask it.
Okay, first of all, the word control is very...
But that's what it sounds like.
I know, but in order to guide or direct, you must have a certain level of control of anything.
Okay, so how do you want us to understand your level of control in which you were speaking of?
Well, I think that in the age or the time where our women, black women, are the most unprotected, unattended, disregarded women on the planet. I'm being criticized because I'm willing to go above and beyond to protect mine.
Right. Let's say that you went to the doctor's appointment. Now, first of all, we all know that hymens can be broken by riding a horse. It can be and you could be very sexually active and your hymen be intact. That is.
These are all things that
you are learning as a man now, being in the hot seat.
I'm looking to you guys to educate me.
Yes. Well, let me ask you another question.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's say that you found out that she, at 15 or 16 years old, wasn't a virgin. What would you have done then?
Your childhood ends when you lose your virginity. That's it. You've ended your childhood, and it's time to begin adulthood. And I can't let you run around trying to enjoy the luxuries of adulthood without any of the responsibilities of adulthood.
But when you say your childhood ends, what do you mean? Like,
you must heighten the level of responsibility. That could be birth control, it could be financial, or just having a plan.
Okay, so after this interview, T.I.'s baby mama, or Deyjah's mother, had something to say on her IG story about this interview. But I will say this, the mom and Tiny seems to be a pretty good relationship, which is good, because that explains why Deyjah was always over T.I.'s house, and it seemed as though she was on their show that he basically was they were raising her from a little girl. So now it makes sense. Her and Tiny has a very good relationship from the post that she had on her IG from one of Deyjah's parties that they were all at. So that's good to know. But it does make me wonder why she's speaking out today after the RedTable session with T.I., Tiny, and Jada and her mom. I mean, she decided to make a response today, and it's like, people are saying like, oh, you're responding now. And my thing is, you responding now, like, what she said, is kind of like something that transpired as to why she said what she said in response to the RedTable interview today. So y'all check it out for yourself. Yes, did y'all see what she said? Woo child of narcissism. Now we done said the same thing about T.I. He's a narcissistic asshole. Okay? So it looks like his baby mama feel the same way. Especially about this motherfucking interview that he just did. Okay? But let me let y'all get a little glimpse of who Miss Nico is. Okay? That's Deyjah's mom. And I had no idea that she was some type of up and coming rapper. Did y'all know? Yes, honey, y'all can run on over there to her IG page. But honey, Miss Nico is an up and coming rapper, and I think she tries to sing as well, honey. And I think she's younger than T.I. I'm kind of noticing some of the reason why T.I. was trying to make sure his daughter was still a virgin, because as I look at the mom, and I'm not shading her, but I can see why T.I. was a little overbearing of Deyjah. Check it out for yourself.
Niggas, fuck these 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 niggas, yeah. Fuck 'em, girl, fuck. Why you waiting? Not for real, I'm just saying. I get the bread, who's scared? Fuck him till he dead, bitch, quit playing. I make them pray for the shit. Betty gon' pay for the shit. He put the money in a suitcase, I just keep it in a safe. He like to fuck in the daytime, cause he wanna open the shade. Plus he like throwback.
So I'm gonna end this. I know y'all got to see Deyjah's mom and who she is. I want to give y'all a little glimpse of who she is. But I want to end this with the question that I'm so glad Tiny asked T.I. at the end of the interview regarding what he meant by that. Well, your childhood ends at that point. And then he tried to cover it up with some beautiful bullshit. And he ended up saying it, though, towards the end. Because Tiny asked him, what do you mean by that? And he said, it could be birth control, financially. Yeah, motherfucker. Just like I thought. You were using your finances or your wealth over her and her mom. You knew that if it came out, if they didn't let you come to those appointments, for one, and if it came out that that girl had been having sex, you was gonna stop the money flow. Okay? Ain't nobody motherfucking stupid. And that's what this was all fucking about. This what it was about. And I knew it. I said it in my last video, and I'm gonna say it again. You knew this. You knew this what it was all about, and you knew the way that you can keep this control over her and her mom to get them to do what you wanted them to do, and when you want them to do it is by this money. So don't play us like we stupid. You knew that's what you were using over this girl for her to be agreeing to all this shit that you was telling her to do. Bingo, bingo, motherfucking bingo. And I knew it. But I'm glad the truth is not out. I'm glad you sat down and talked and told us this beautiful bullshit, because I don't believe most of what you motherfucking said. I do believe it was done in damage control. But, okay, we got it now. Okay, T.I., we hear you. Well, that's all for me. I hope you all enjoyed this little commentary. If you do, please be sure to like the video. Also, if you want to speak on it yourself, give me some insight on what you think about it. And write your comments down below. And also, If you are new, don't forget before you leave to subscribe. Show some love. Spread some love. And I know my true fruit, my glamorators, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for coming back and watching and showing your support.